Yeah, we had fun today. We went to the zoo. The zoo's pretty cool. John Marco and I got to be the only two grown men without children on the zoo train. The zoo is kind of crazy because I've never had so much access to penguins in my life. Like, normally zoos keep you from being able to touch the animals. Yours is an honor system. I could have grabbed a penguin at any moment and just gone home. When you walk into that penguin exhibit, it feels like you're walking into an ambush. They're like over your shoulder, like screaming at each other, while like one big group of them just stares at one part of the wall together. What are they looking at? I do love St. Louis. I think one of the biggest reasons I love St. Louis is my favorite TV show of all time is about St. Louis. You guys heard of the show On the Road with Brown and Brown? Yeah, got some brownies in the crowd? Hell yeah. For those of you not familiar, let me fill you in on some St. Louis culture right now. On the Road with Brown and Brown is a show, a critically acclaimed public access show here in St. Louis, where two brother lawyers take you around to all the different landmarks in the city. For those of you going, oh, don't spoil it, all right? One of them does the talking, and then the other one has an eye patch.
Kirkwood is our next door neighbor. I'm Webster Groves in Kirkwood. I think they have rivalries. Football.
Pioneers versus the Statesmen.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay, we'll do. Well, who usually wins?
Well, depends on where you live.
Part of why I love this show so much is because the first time I ever came to St. Louis, my friend and I were in our Airbnb. We turn on the TV at 2 a.m. and it's just on. All night. We watch that show for an hour and we fall in love with these guys. We're getting so invested in all the facts they have about Kirkwood High School. We're locked in. When all of a sudden, after watching for an hour, in the middle of an episode, it cuts away. All of a sudden, we're in the Brown and Brown law offices with an older woman and only one of the brothers. And it's not the eye patch brother, too, so double bummer. So the older woman looks into camera with a somber energy. She says, "My son Ed took his own life last year. But we will keep airing these episodes to honor his memory." Then they just cut back to the show. We're just sitting there like, did this public access show just kill off a main character? Felt like I was watching the first season of Game of Thrones. Is that not the main guy? Can they kill off the main guy? At that point, we had to know what happened. So we did some research, and it is the most dramatic story I've ever heard. Ed, Eye Patch Brown, was hiding terminal blood cancer for years during the entire filming of On the Road with Brown and Brown. Did it affect his performance? Absolutely the fuck not. Ed Brown was built differently. He pushed through to make content for people to remember him by and to show love to his city. And I think only him and one other person are built that tough. Him and Chadwick Boseman. Right? Like, that's pretty crazy. And of course, his story, as the cancer progressed, instead of letting nature take its course, he decided to take things into his own hands. And he left through his 11-story office window. Truly the most dramatic way to go. So think about it. Guy with an eye patch, secret cancer, suicide, got a whole St. Louis soap opera going on. There's a medical reason I look like I do. Is anyone drunk enough to try to guess what that is? Okay, whoa. What is this section of Doctor's Alley right here? What is this? How do you guys know about Marfan syndrome?
We're doctors.
All of you. Hell yeah. Do you guys always travel in packs, or is it what kind of specialties do you guys have?
Urologists.
You're both urologists. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know if that's useful to me until I'm 40, but good to know. Nice. Where do you guys work in St. Louis, I assume?
Barnes.
Oh, Barnes. You say Barnes like I know all the hospitals in the world. You know, Barnes. No, I've not. I've only been to the ones that I've been surgerized in. Nice. So, what is a crazy urology story that you can say without getting HIPAA?
I've got a lot of them.
You got a lot? Or any you're legally allowed to say? Yeah. Fuck yeah. They're fun doctors too.
Last weekend, we had to call the fire department to remove a cotton ring that had been on this dude for so long. It was so swollen. It was made of titanium that the ER didn't have like strong enough body.
So they had to get the jaws of life. That is the worst hand job ever. Oh my god. That's crazy. It's too tight, too tight. Jesus. At what point does the fire department get called? Like, what is the last thing you try before 911?
Probably like diamond tipped drill bits. Like
Diamond tipped drill bits? You have specialty equipment just for getting cock rings off of people? Because, like, you know, whoever made that was like, we got our 4th cock ring this week. We gotta figure something out. How much of your job is removing things from holes or appendages? Entirely. It's a self-fueling field. It'll never go out of business because people will never get smarter. What other things do you do? Like, cure cancer. Oh wow. Okay, that's cure cancer or remove a cock ring. I like how the priorities of the two of you are real. Like, he's like, yeah, cock ring for sure. She's like, well, we also do major cancer work. I like it. You seem to be better at your job, maybe. And you're who I'd want to hang out with more. So, you know, it balances out. Nice. Well, thank you for being here. Yes, they're correct, by the way, if you didn't assume that these doctors were correct about the medical diagnosis. I do have Marfan syndrome. For those of you who aren't doctors or disability enthusiasts in the crowd, I'll fill you in. Marfan syndrome is a genetic connective tissue disorder. Basically makes me built like an off-brand AirPod. Like, I look pretty cool, but don't shake me. I'm loose inside. All right, somebody got that, somebody didn't. I get it. St. Louis doesn't have AirPods. I know, that's right. Thought I got a skull candy vibe from this crowd. That's fine, I'll do another one. Yeah. I'm built like a non-union building project. Yeah, a lot of those here. Like, they skipped on the materials, but I got a lot of character, you know? All right, I'm still missing a couple people, like service industry, restaurant people, maybe. I'll do one more, just make sure we're all on the same page, all right? I'm built like a line cook's understanding of the age of consent. Shaky at best. Look at that. Village of Bridge, walked across, and here we are. We're all doctors now. We could all get a cock ring off of somebody. Okay. Get back to it for a second. I just remembered you said it's titanium?
Make that like, yeah, fucking titanium.
How? Why? You could make it, a ring could be made out of anything. Why? Did they, like, had he come in with like 3 weaker metals previously? And he's like, no, it took them, they were too fast at getting it off this time. Like, that might be his fetish, is having you guys take the ring off. Anyway, I just got distracted. You can't have a cock ring doctor in the front row and not chat with him.